Hello everyone, friends. Today we will be talking together about the latest airdrop developments in the Blum project. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and join our Telegram channels for more videos like this. Now, let's get into the details. To briefly summarize the developments in general, Blum's snapshot date has been announced as June 7th. In other words, about a week later, a snapshot of our points and so on will be taken for the airdrop. After that, the airdrop verification page has been opened. Right now, through Blum's Telegram bot, you can check whether you are eligible to receive the airdrop or if you have been disqualified. You can view this. If you have been disqualified, they have created a Google form so you can file an appeal. Besides, we already knew that the listing and the airdrop would take place within the month of June. So after the snapshot was taken on June 7th, I expect that we will probably see the listing and the TG event within 1 or 2 weeks. But there's something to note here. There won't be a listing on exchanges. As you can see, Blum had already announced on May 26th that it would first be listed on a DEX platform. So just like with NotPixel, it will first be listed on DEXs, that is decentralized exchanges. For example, let me give you an example of them is StoreFi. It will be listed on DEX platforms like this, and only after that will it come to exchanges, but it won't be available on exchanges in the initial phase. I think it's important to mention this. As I said, they're basically going to do something similar to NotPixel, and whether this turns out to be good or bad, we'll all see together. Now, let's talk about the control page first, step by step. Let's open Blum's bot directly from here. By the way, if there are any of you who don't know how to trade on a DEX, like if you usually use exchanges and aren't very familiar with DEXs, I'll be giving a brief overview in a bit. And when the time comes, when Blum's airdrop happens, I'll also show you step by step in the video, so just keep that in mind. Now, when you open Blum's Telegram bot, you'll see it right away in the first section, or at least that's what I was going to say. But I'm not sure why it just disappeared there. As you can see, the Blum airdrop checker is visible here. So when you click on it here, you just click here and it shows whether or not you're eligible for the airdrop. As you can see right now, it shows that I am eligible to receive the airdrop. If you are disqualified, why might that have happened? Let's talk about those reasons as well. First of all, you need to have reached at least 100,000 BP points and at least 750 MP points. And you also need to have at least 2 referrals. These were already the previously announced airdrop criteria, and I'm sure that if you've been following the developments related to Blum throughout this process, you're more than likely meeting these criteria easily. Generally, those who were disqualified were eliminated at the Sybil check stage. Let me explain what this Sybil check is all about. If you scroll down just a little, they've already explained what this is. As far as I know, it's basically a way to block cheaters and people using bots and so on. In this part, for example, if someone used a bot in the drop game section or in other sections, etc., there are a lot of people who got eliminated for using bots or cheating, but there are also many who didn't get caught. So it's kind of like, well, some slipped through the cracks during launch. There's nothing that can be done about them now. Hopefully none of you were eliminated. But unfortunately, from what I've seen, quite a few people have been eliminated. When you look at it, they've eliminated those who were farming with multiple accounts. So if you had 2 accounts and Blum was able to detect this, unfortunately you were eliminated. If you use the script in the drop game, you know, those bots that automatically collect the items that drop in the game, if you use those, you might have been eliminated. Why do I say might have been? Because there are also people who use them but weren't eliminated. So that's just a bit of information. As for Sybil, for example, they might have your data in their own Sybil databases, let's say in NotPixel or in previous projects, for instance. If you cheated in those projects and they detected it, and if your activity in Blum is also risky, meaning your actions are very conspicuous, you might have been eliminated that way as well. So for example, if you were eliminated and didn't receive the airdrop, since Blum and those projects are partners, they most likely shared their databases. They also carried out eliminations in that way. But in general, from what I've seen, the eliminations mainly targeted those who use scripts or multiple accounts in the drop game. Other than that, there's nothing else I have to say about this part. There is this though, if you were eliminated, as you can see here, they've provided a form. I'll also leave this form in the description to make things easier for you. When you open the form, it looks like this, and here you enter your Telegram username. Then you say why you shouldn't hang out with Sibyl. So if you were eliminated, let's say right here, if it doesn't say you are eligible like it does for me, but instead says you were eliminated, they want you to explain why you were eliminated and why you don't deserve to be eliminated. After that, you state how many Bloom accounts you have and how many wallets you connected to these Bloom accounts. For example, if you have just one account, you haven't cheated, and you were eliminated unfairly, you can appeal through this form. So by selecting an account, clearly explaining the reason here, and clicking send, I can say there's a chance your ban might be lifted. Other than that, when I look at Bloom right now, I don't think there's any other group we've missed mentioning. After the snapshot is taken on June 7th, most likely there will be some new information and updates. At that time, I'll make another video and we'll talk about it then. Lastly, let me briefly explain for those who don't know how to trade on a DEX, because Bloom will first be listed on a DEX and it will most likely also be listed on Stone. That's why I'm showing it here anyway. Since it will be listed here, not directly on exchanges, this is probably what we'll do. Just like the airdrop control page, they'll open a claim page. We'll claim it to our wallet from there. After claiming it to our wallet, we'll be able to use it directly for trading through platforms like this. What are we going to do here? First, we'll click on Connect Wallet here, and then we'll select our Telegram wallet, Tonekeeper, or whichever wallet we've connected to Bloom, basically, whichever wallet holds your tokens. Of course, we'll need to claim first. We'll do this when the time comes anyway. After that, once we've connected our wallet here, for example, right now Notcoin is selected just as an example, but here we'll type Bloom into the search bar and select Bloom. Of course, the ones showing up here right now are scam tokens. There isn't actually a Bloom related token here yet. Anyway, there will be a token called Bloom and we'll select that one. After that, let's say we have 1,000 of them. We'll enter the 1,000 here and we'll be able to directly swap those 1,000 for Toncoin, or if we want for USDT or something else, and withdraw them. Right now, it's not showing because my wallet isn't connected, but there will be a button here that says swap. When we click it, we'll approve the confirmation that comes to our wallet. And after that, whatever we converted to USDT or Toncoin it will be transferred directly to our wallet. So in this way, you'll actually be able to complete your transaction quite simply. As I said, when the time comes when we receive Bloom's airdrop, I'll also show how to buy and sell on the DEX in the video we record at that time. I just wanted to show it now in case there are people who want to learn early. But I assume that most of you probably already know this. So I think we can slowly wrap up the video now. If you have any questions or anything you'd like to ask, you can reach me through the comments or via our Telegram chat channel. I wish you all a good day and lots of profits.